I know. I said I wouldn't do it. But it's PO time. All right, welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to the first prelim of the new season. It is the new season on Magic Online, which means the Vintage Showcase is back, the highest level competition for Vintage on the platform. 3 showcase challenges that replace normal challenges. You need 40 qualifier points to enter those. If you top 8 one of those, you get to play in a exclusive 24 to 32 player tournament where the winner gets to go to the Pro Tour and the Mox. It's a really amazing to be able to play in the Mox and the Pro Tour, so I highly recommend giving it your all. To get qualifier points, you must play in leagues, challenges, or prelims. And so tonight we're playing a prelim, where if you get 4 wins, you get enough qualifier points to enter a showcase. So this is me breaking my promise to everyone that said I would never play PO again. I am going to play PO tonight, which I think that's fair. The very powerful wizard Mark Tobias has been playing this Underworld Breach Lurrus PO deck, and played it at both all 3 Eternal Weekends. Actually traveled the whole globe and played all 3 Eternal Weekends with this deck. This deck is sweet. It is a Lurian Revealed Urza's Saga deck. It is a Breach combo with Underworld Breach, Brain Freeze, and Black Lotus. It is a Lurrus deck, so you are not tinkering for Citadel, but you do still have Time Vault, Manifold Key, Urza's Saga with your 2 black tutors. And you are playing a full 4 Dress Down, which is a card I've been trying to play. I've been trying to build a 4 Dress Down PO deck for a long time. I think this is like the best combination of these 2 cards, and Dress Down is just super strong. One of the things that I like about this deck is I've been looking for a real reason to play red, and I actually think a Braid is a beautiful choice. A Braid is a card that kills all of the things that this deck hates the most. It actually kills Null Rod, Collector Roof, and Archon of Emeria all in the same card. So I think a Braid is actually a pretty big reason to be in red here. I think the Breach combo is okay, and obviously the Breach combo and the Time Vault combo are both very good with Lurrus to provide additional redundancy. So I kind of feel it's hard to classify this deck. I think maybe you could consider it a PO deck first. Maybe you consider it like a Lurrus Vault Key deck first. I don't know. We're going to have to play with it, find out. I do believe, from what I've been told from other players, that it is fairly hard to play this one correctly, so hopefully I'll do my best, and we can pick up some Moxen and put them back down. Are you interested in weekly vintage metagame recommendations? Do you want to see your deck list played on my channel? Or maybe you are just looking for the best way to support my vintage content. Make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. Let's battle. All right, here we go. Round 1. Yes, I have a cat. All right, so my hand has a Flooded Strand. It has a counter spell. It has a top. Tolarian seems pretty good. It is weird because if I opened this hand with a normal PO deck, like an Esper PO deck, I would immediately be looking to Tinker. But I can't Tinker in this deck, so I'm going to have to reevaluate my lines as we go here. I'm just going to get an Underground Sea, set myself up with the ability to Demonic Tutor next turn. We obviously still have the ability to like Demonic Tutor for an Ancestral and play it, so... Mox Pearl, Brainstorm, Vampiric Tutor. I think we just simply want Mox Pearl. It's going to give us the most mana to use next turn. It actually sets us up for a PO possibly as well. So there's like something to be said about putting Brainstorm on top so that you can draw it and pitch it to negation. But I think that sets you too far behind, honestly. If we have to use our PO for a negation, I think that's okay. Mox Emerald, sure. Manifold Key, sure. Saga Gaming? Saga Gaming. We're not too worried about Saga Gaming with our 4 Dress Down deck. Obviously, you can still sometimes lose the constructs if you don't get the Dress Down in play, but probably the scariest part of Saga Gaming is Vault Key, so... All right, so my opponent also doesn't have any blue mana because they played Saga Gaming, so they can't actually Flusterstorm me. Does that mean I have enough mana to PO with negation backup? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I do. That feels like the best play. I think that's better than demonicking. So I think first we would not use the Academy because we can have more Academy mana after if we need to. And we can play out all of our artifacts without using the Academy as well. If my opponent does do something, then we negate it. Oh, they just have nothing? Okay. So we're off to the races here. Pick them up, put them down. Mox Pearl, Mishra's Bauble. Don't need to crack Mishra's Bauble here. Definitely want to keep that one. We've got how much mana now? We only have 5 mana. That's a little, actually less than we need, isn't it? Because if we wanted to Merchant Scroll for a PO, we would need 6 mana. So what's our next best choice? Should we simply Brainstorm and then Merchant Scroll for Ancestral? Seems pretty good too. Let's cast Brainstorm. Let's put back Vampiric and Lorien Revealed, because I can play a Manifold Key for free. But is that better than just having an extra blue card? Kind of feels like it's not actually better than having an extra blue card. Like, we're going to win this game without needing to have to draw this Manifold Key, right? But we also probably don't need 2 forces either. Not sure. Let's do Merchant Scroll, cycle those away. Let's go get an Ancestral. Let's cast Ancestral. Sapphire Dress down. I wonder if maybe we were supposed to use the Academy so that we could have kept the black mana for Demonic Tutor. I didn't really consider that because I felt like I would draw more mana for my Academy, and I did draw more mana for my Academy, but maybe it wasn't worth it. Something worth thinking about. That was just a play that I made based on like past heuristics. That might not be true for here. Because if we had a black mana, we could do something like Demonic for Lotus and then go Breach Lotus Brain Freeze combo them. And whereas right now I can't do something like that. Probably better to just spin. Maybe we can draw Lotus anyways. Brain Freeze, PO, Force. All right, well, we're definitely winning our game on the next turn, so we can choose basically anything we want. We can also get the red mana. It just doesn't really matter. Yeah, but maybe we should have maybe instead of doing what we did, maybe we wanted to go like Demonic Time Walk, right? That's possible too. I'm trying to figure out if there's any of these that are like significantly better than the others. I guess we just take the PO. It's kind of free. Don't really see any reason to draw a card with this Bauble. I'd rather just have the extra mana. What we have to notice, though, is that our opponent could definitely play a blue. Just going to negate this Lotus. So they do have an island. So they could play something like a Hull Breacher here. They could play a Flusterstorm now. If I were to draw any card, I'm drawing PO. It's fine. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go Demonic Tutor, Black Lotus, Underworld. Well, I actually should have just drawn the Brain Freeze. So I don't need to go get everything if I just draw the Brain Freeze. I think I put a Force underneath it, didn't I? So maybe the answer is simply just PO. Let's just PO. Like if they play a Hull Breacher, I still have Dress down. So I'm going to PO without using my Sensei's Top. Okay. Well, they are most certainly dead here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, that game was a simple demonstration of the power of Paradoxical Outcome that resolves with multiple Moxen. We just had the PO with a couple Moxen, they had no force, and they died. We don't exactly know what our opponent is on. Probably like an Esper Saga, maybe an Initiative Tinker, something like that. But Mox went up, Mox went down. Can't explain that. I'm just going to do a quick check. I do remember May playing... I kind of think they played Initiative Tinker at some point, but they don't have a lot of vintage. Yeah, they don't have any vintage on the timeline, so I'm not sure. I feel like it could be the blue Initiative Tinker deck that has like rings in it. But I'm not sure. I think at the very least, I like the idea of Pyroblast. I actually don't think we need a Braid. Like, if they are a Hull Breacher deck or something, we have these 4 dress downs, right? So, do we want to bring in a Needle in the Saga Mirror? That doesn't seem like it's necessary in this build, considering we have 4 dress downs. But maybe we want to bring in Negations and Pyroblasts. Though Negations get a lot worse if my opponent's like playing White Plume Adventure, right? So it's like a little hard to say without knowing what deck they're on. Let's not bring in a Negation. Let's trim a Flusterstorm. There's no Mystical in this deck, so I don't get to trim Mystical Tutor. It's kind of unfortunate, right? I'm actually not really sure what you would want to trim. Like, I would want to trim this island. Maybe we can get rid of this island. I don't know how the mana base works out, but this is 11 plus Full Moxen plus Opal plus Lorien revealed minus Saga. Probably is fine. So let's try something like this. I didn't ask any questions to Mark about the sideboarding with this deck, so I don't have any insight on whether the things I'm doing are correct. Doing it mostly on feels. This hand has a Force of Will. Urza Saga Academy. Seems fine. We have a pretty powerful Urza Saga deck, all things considered. We have a lot of artifacts, which makes our constructs strong if we wanted to play constructs, though you might not always want to play constructs with 4 dress down in your deck. But the big thing is we get both Black Lotus for our Underworld Breach combo, and we can get Manifold Key for our Volt Key combo. So I think our Urza Sagas end up being probably stronger than our competitors a lot of the time. Though Urza Saga still does not tap for red or blue mana. So the question will become, how are we going to push through this? I think, see, I don't, I think I want to use this Mishra's Bauble and see what's on my top of my library and whether or not I want to cycle away. I don't think making constructs matters in this game, but I do need to keep another blue card for Force if I want to use Dress Down for constructs. It's a little tight. Let's see what happens. I think Bauble myself sounds like the best play, though. It does mean we are losing our artifact for Academy. I'm going to draw that Mental Misstep. It's going to give me an additional blue card. It's also pretty reasonable on its own, though they already played their Sensei's top, which is a little awkward. But this will at least give me blue card Force, let me keep the dress down, go get a red mana for our Pyroblast with Lorien revealed, so this works pretty well. All right. We'll see if they invest in creatures. If they invest in constructs, it's the best possible outcome for us. If they don't, yeah, okay. So I think this is going to be the initiative deck. Ooh, Fragmentize. Be a shame if that got Mental Misstepped. I definitely don't want my Saga to get Fragmentized, but if it gets Fragmentized, it's really not the end of the world. We've got some backup plans here, and they didn't even make constructs or anything. They only have 2 cards left in their hand. They're pretty far behind, in my opinion. They are going to draw and maybe counter this Mental Misstep. They're going to force the Mental Misstep. Sure. You got it. I'm not worried about that play in the slightest. Ooh, we've got the really powerful combination, Saga Time Walk, though our Academy doesn't make mana yet, so they're going to go constructing, which makes sense. But we're not really worried about a construct in this matchup at all. Maybe this Pyroblast isn't actually very good, though. I don't know. Soul Ring, top, I assume. Should we force top? There's a lot of value to forcing top, isn't there? I feel like I like this top getting forced. I feel like it puts them pretty far behind, and we can still cover an initiative creature with a dress down. We do lose out on our ability to like Saga Time Walk, but I think that's okay. So here, I think we need to not use our bauble because I do want to play the bauble because I don't want to get Lavinia'd, but I want to not use the bauble so I can make constructs. Time Walk. I'm just gonna blast this. I feel like we're just like taking it. I guess maybe I will feel bad if I get like tinkered on, maybe. Though I guess this like doesn't give me an opportunity to dress down a construct very well. PO's pretty nice though. I don't really need to dress down a construct though because I'm gonna be winning. I want to be able to dress down an initiative creature though. Ooh, Narset. That I didn't consider. Interesting. Yeah, I definitely regret my choice. They've got a Lorien revealed that they can hardcast. Uh-oh. This is getting out of hand. This blast looks really bad, huh? Oh, maybe I should have dressed down instead of made a creature. No, that's probably not true. Like, these creatures are better than their creatures. Soul Ring. I do want my Pyroblast back. I really fucked that up, huh? It's good to know. I did not consider my opponent playing a Narset. So if I play Key to kill Narset, if I want to kill Narset this turn, I can't make another construct, right? But maybe that's fine. Because if I make a construct, I have one extra mana. I get Key, I play Soul Ring, but I can't activate. I do want to kill the construct this turn. Let's kill the Narset this turn. My opponent's going to draw 3, though. This is such a bad outcome, huh? Yeah, I got really punished for playing this Pyroblast the way I did. I do think I want to play Key, though. Key, Soul Ring. Maybe I have 4 artifacts, so I actually can PO after this, so maybe it's fine. Make this unblockable. Attack and kill Narset. And then just PO. Okay. All right. Come on, be serious. Okay. Well. Yo, thanks, Moondock. I appreciate that. All right. Well, my opponent has an Ancestral and a Lorien revealed. I have lethal, but it's not good for the home team here. Ring a ding ding. Okay. F6. I mean, I made a misplay and got punished for it. I think it's good learning experience, yeah. Yo, what's up? All right, so I just take infinite turns here, and then I just need to figure out the way to win through the one ring. How do I win through the one ring? I don't have to figure out how I win through the One Ring. All right, so let's, as a chat here, figure out how we win through this One Ring. I take infinite turns. I remove their stuff. I can't brain freeze them. But I guess I just let them have one turn with a full counter magic hand and then kill them on the next turn. I think it's as simple as like build a hand of all counter magic and then let them go. I'm pretty sure we just always win this here. Can I upkeep Brain Freeze? Like, I don't know how you would make enough Storm to upkeep Brain Freeze. You just get another turn, right? Like, they're going to draw 3 cards, but we're going to have a grip full of 7 with a... Like, this Lavinia will get Pyroblasted. I'll have a board full of Constructs. I'll have my best 7 cards in hand. And I just need to, like, take 1 turn. I assume that's the line, but maybe there's something better. All right, here we go. Round 2. I think my opponent will probably be on Hollowvine, but let's see. I got a cat. I've got Ruby, Lotus, Breach, Pio, Fluster, Lorien, Key. That's a weird hand. I'm gonna keep it, but I don't know what I'm doing with it. This feels like a keep, though, right? We go Ruby cycle, get a basic island, and then we play our Lotus and have Flusterstorm up. We probably don't play our key out. So we can keep our Lotus with a Fluster through like a Vigor. And then... I mean, maybe this is like a Lurrus game. I mean, I guess we're kind of getting towards a PO. Well, it doesn't really do anything. But we are like a demonic away from a Brain Freeze kill, so... I don't know. It's a weird hand. It does, like... It's weird. It just doesn't feel like it does enough, but it doesn't feel like it's a mulligan either. I mean, we only have Flusterstorm. They kept a 7. All right. I think I would rather just get a basic so I can hold open Flusterstorm and not get like Vigored or something bad happening. I don't think this is a game where you're trying to hardcast a Lorien. Especially not. I mean, if we were on the draw, maybe that would be a plan if we like drew a land. But even then, you don't have Flusterstorm back up for it. You're like investing a lot. I don't really like that idea too much. I think I'm just going to cycle this Lorien Revealed and get a basic island so I can't get Wastelanded. And so I have the ability to Flusterstorm. And then I play this and pass. I think they said they would be back on Vine, but we'll see what happens. That's not Vine. That's a Mox Sapphire. Sure hope it's not Shops. Our hand is not equipped to deal with Shops. But they do play Shops. Saga Gaming. Pass. Interesting. Okay, if you say so. Does this win on the spot? Because we have Breach and we have Demonic, but we are 1 mana short on Brain Freeze. And we won't have enough to return Breach, right? Or return Lotus. Unless I'm missing something. I guess we could just Demonic for Time Vault and play a key, but that in total costs 5 mana. I don't even have enough to activate it or hold up Flusterstorm. I'm not really seeing it. Our graveyard is just not very big. Also, this Flusterstorm is just completely blanked by the fact that my opponent has infinite Moxen. I also like kind of have to be worried about a Hull Breacher, right? If I like went for Ancestral here. It's also kind of awkward because if I wanted to go for like a redundant Vault Key, but then I got negated or I got like, I'm so far away from Lurrus. Hmm. I'm not really sure here. I kind of feel like it's so risky to get an Ancestral because they can simply just have Hull Breacher. I just don't know. It feels like a waste if I get like a Time Walk. There's like no really strong way to build out my mana, is there? I guess I could theoretically get a Mana Vault, cast Mana Vault. I just actually don't have enough black mana to play Lurrus anyways. Wow. I didn't really think this one through, huh? Is there a world where I could just get a Mox Jet? Not really. DT for a Mox Jet off my Lotus. Banger play. The problem is I'm just not beating Force either, right? With this line. But at least I have like redundant. I guess I don't have to go for Lurrus for graveyard redundancy because I have a breach, right? You wanted me to use my Fluster to self counter itself and then replay Black Lotus and Brain Freeze. Like we can do that. I just don't think that's a good idea. I like that was a line you could take for sure, but I don't think that's a good line. So this must mean they are Esper Tinker though, right? If they're spell piercing. Time Walk. I'm just gonna get like main deck needled here. Wasteland, Construct, Time Walk, 3 cards plus search. Time Walk is so good. This might be the best Time Walk's ever been to. Not the best time. Maybe the best Time Walk's ever been to. There are like certain power that wax and wane based on what kind of format is being played, and Time Walk certainly looks really good in our format that's like really creature dominated right now. And with like obviously the combination of Urza Saga Time Walk is super strong. Main deck Needle. I don't even have an answer for main deck Needle, right? Because for whatever reason, I mean, I have an answer. It's Breach kill them with Freeze instead, right? All right, well, we're probably going to need to draw one of our dress down as well. We do have a Breach, though, but we don't have a lot of cards in our yard, unfortunately. I'm like almost dead on board, too. I do die to any artifact. I mean, I don't gain anything by playing anything out. Except for if I like draw Mana Crypt and PO. But like, is there any use of looking at their card or my card? Second Bauble. That might help for a Breach next turn. All right, I'm going to pray my opponent doesn't find another artifact and only puts me to 2 and then go for... How many cards am I going to have in my yard? I can use 2 I'm going to be 1 short still, right? Unless I find something else. Excuse me. I'm not dead. They don't have Hardcast Force either. Oh, could I have like skip my... No, I don't... There wasn't like a skip my turn angle, was there? So I can go for a PO maybe. If I go Bauble... Sorry, if I don't even use Bauble. I play Bauble. I play Black Underworld Breach. I Black Lotus using Bauble Petal or Bauble Flusterstorm, Lorien Revealed, and then I cast PO for 4 or even 5 if I want to pick up Breach. Probably don't. Because I can't do... I'm 1 mana short of just going Breach DT. Am I 1 mana short? If I exile these 3, I think I'm 1 mana short. I'm 1 card short and 1 mana short of doing all the things that I really want to do. I think that's the case. I just have negation force. Not much I could have really done here. I can't even draw a dress down now. If I had just not gone for it, I guess I still get forced, so it doesn't matter. Everything was just like a little off, unfortunately. I hope I didn't miss something in that game. Kind of brutal, though. So maybe we're playing against the same deck we just played against. Maybe we're playing some other version of Esper. I think no matter what, we probably just want to bring in Pyroblasts. Maybe we are supposed to have like a single Sabotage or a Braid. Or even Hercules, I guess. Hercules might be a little bit better than that, actually. Island, Fluster. What was that card I took out last time? Yeah, they had Force of Negation pitching Force of Will. I still don't really know a lot about what my opponent's deck is doing, though. Not really sure what the other card I want cut in this situation is, though. Maybe you just trim a Bauble. I don't really know. I guess I'll try that. Yeah, that was like a really much... It was pretty much a byproduct of how awkward our hand was, right? Like we didn't have the stuff we really needed to have to PO. I don't know. I think maybe that DT was just really silly. It seemed fine, but maybe the DT could have been used for something better. I don't know what it would be. Like I could go Ancestral, but I don't think that's reasonable into what my opponent was doing there. I don't know. I'm not really sure. It wasn't a mulligan, right? Like it still had lots of good draws. Land. Mox. I guess we did draw the DT. I don't know. I have to go back and think about that game a lot. Well, it's the mulligans and the DT, right? Those are the only things that we could really have done differently. But like, we could have mulliganed that hand. I feel like it wasn't so crazy that it was an 100% lock. But like the DT, like you can't reasonably go for Ancestral in that spot, right? Feels wrong to go for Ancestral in that spot. Yeah, this is probably a keep. Do you wait and try to draw a blue card? I feel like the answer is no. Okay. What was the answer that I brought in for a needle? Was it Hercules? Caracas. Okay. Fragmentize. It's a good one. I would really like people to stop fragmentizing my Urza Saga. It makes me too strong, too correct. Blue Guard? Mana Crypt. I think I'd still rather like get another Saga going than Vamp for the key or whatever. Doesn't really feel like what I want to do. Well, the format online was different than the format in paper. It was like a couple of weeks ahead. Like Jewel was already like winning a lot of tournaments online, but people haven't really adapted online either yet. So like even before Eternal Weekend, they were supposed to adapt and they just didn't. I don't know. It's just another Fragmentize or it's just another Fragmentize. Sick. All right. Well, maybe we can draw a blue card here and then just go for Volkey. Cool. What is this island? Sure. I'm surprised this deck plays Ponder. Wait, what is this deck? There's no Lurrus here. Is it just an Esper Saga with like tons of tech that you put in like the Lurrus version? Oh, with Tinker? Oh, you think it's the top 8 blue-white initiative list that had like the cage in the main Camden's list? I guess I'm supposed to play out this Mana Crypt to play around Spell Pierce. Shit. I made a mistake there. I was like, couldn't find a good reason to play around, to play my Mana Crypt out, and that was the reason I should have played around Spell Pierce. I think like playing around Spell Pierce is better than... Maybe it's just not. Well, before I like saw their turn, they could have had blue mana up for my vamp. They could have had blue mana up for my vampiric tutor, chat. And if I vamp, they can just spell pierce it. And they know what I'm vamping for. Like, it's very clear what I'm vamping for, right? So, all right. Force, pitch for Lavinia. Force, pitch force. Win game. Sweet. All right. I need to go look at this list, actually, because I'm not as familiar, even though I just looked at it. But it'll be good to educate the peoples, too, right? 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 All right. Here is our top 8 Initiative Tinker list. Very odd list here. Yeah, this has got to be what we're playing against. Because it has Tinker, but it doesn't have a Citadel in it. Instead of a Citadel, it has a main deck Cage, which I don't mind. I don't mind a main deck Cage, but it's a little bit interesting that you keep Tinker in this deck. So we are on only 5 initiative creatures, and then it's more of like an Esper Saga deck that just like plays a bunch of initiative creatures, huh? Yeah, I mean, this is blue-white initiative Tinker, but it's just very different. Like, not being able to Citadel, but you don't have Demonic or anything to find Tinker, so... They have a Null Rod, 3 Fragmentize. Holy moly. Wild. I guess that means... I mean, I brought in a Hurkyl's Recall, which wasn't in the original deck list, but I put it in the deck list. I can't imagine ever playing a Merchant Scroll PO deck without a Hurkyl's Recall. So I just put a Hurkyl's Recall in, and that actually answers this already. So I think my setup here is fine. I don't really feel like I need a negation at all, actually, right? Like they don't have Tinker in their deck, so there's like nothing to counter anyways. It's just Ancestral, so we don't even need this negation. I guess that gives us leeway to bring in some amount of Abrade. Probably good to have an Abrade, I would say. Is Pyro even good against my opponent's deck? Feels like it's not. Yeah, it probably is. Okay, no, it's definitely good. All right, we'll bring in an Abrade then. Let's try this version here. Interesting matchup, actually. Like, maybe you're supposed to bring in more braids, but... So it actually has Wasteland and... Does it have Wasteland and it has Saga? Okay, it has Wasteland and Saga, but only 4 Wastelands total. Interesting. Yeah, maybe I am supposed to... This hand kind of stinks, huh? I don't really like this hand. Yeah. Give me that hand. Let's just put away, I mean, we can't cast any of our spells, but let's put away the one we really can't cast. Yeah, I played Oath. The start of this stream has got the Eternal Weekend recap. It'll go live hopefully tomorrow on YouTube. I've been told by esteemed vintage scholars that Saga is mana fixing, so we can cast all of our spells. Just play all the Moxes out so I don't get Lavinia. The Lavinia, not the biggest problem in this deck with 4 dress down 2 Pyroblast, huh? Oh, I guess I can buy my Lurrus. I can't really cast my Lurrus, but I can buy my Lurrus. I sure hope my Urza Saga doesn't get blown up. That would be a shame. Please don't do this to me. Opponent, just let my Saga go all the way, please, please. I know you play 3 Fragmentize, 1 Cathar Commando, 4 Strip Mine, but like, you don't have to. It's just a Saga. It's not even that good. Right? I probably have another... Ugh. Suffering. Okay, I'll top deck the land. Well, I technically can cast that spell. My Saga didn't produce mana. I want a refund. A refund, I tell you. Tundra, go? I got one of them Cathar Commandos. Aha! That one's a land. I boarded out my basic. Why did I board out my basic? Who let me do that? They're a wasteland. Chat. Who let me do this? You guys are supposed to be the competitive advantage. I think I'm supposed to cast Ancestral here. How many? What is this? Oh, no, that's not what I want. I want... No, that's not what I... No, that's the one I want. I mean, I overdraw if they don't do anything, but I get to play around... I guess it's just Spell Pierce. Ancestral. If I like counter back, then I don't overdraw anyways. Okay. What's the worst card in my hand? Survey says it's probably Underworld Breach, right? I can just get this back with Lurrus anyways. It's definitely not Volk. Whoever said Volk, come on. It's not even... That's like the best card in my hand. I kind of want to keep Hercos as a blue card. So I kind of want to keep Hercos as my blue card for force, have Misstep as a different card, have Pyroblast up, and then like I think I want to keep this dress down. Was my logic. I can't cast this Lurrus, it's true. If I get Wastelanded, I further can't cast this Lurrus, but the thing is, like, this Breach... Oh, right. They have a Caracas, too. Alright, well, I want to fight on the stack because I have a mental misstep. So I'll Pyro this Lavinia. Hopefully they Spell Pierce. Get the value. And then we started blasting. Any of I am actually blast in chat? Is it I'm actually blast or is it I'm actually pyro? It is I am actually blast. Force of will on my pyroblast. I mean, I have a dress down. Do I actually care? I feel like I don't actually care, but... All right. Kind of surprised they fought over that. It certainly looks like I should not have pitched my Underworld Breach for everyone in chat wondering. Because I could just go Breach Ancestral this turn. All right. Gaming. It's okay. We're learning. We're learning. It's all a learning experience. That's the, if you ever make a misplay, you can just say it's a learning experience, then it's true. Misstep is a trap? No, they have an Ancestral in their hand. They've had an Ancestral in their hand this entire game. His Breach restricted, no. And it's not even doing very well in the format. Teferi? I'm going to cast this Dress Down so I can draw a card. Real ones, no. Bounce my Dress Down. Do it, 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 do it. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Yeah, my all counter magic hand is not very good against their one Teferi. Agreed. Man, I want this freaking Breach back, man. God. It was such a bad play. I have a freaking Pyroblast in my yard. They only have one card in their hand, so we can just go like Soul Ring PO. They got to use their Containment Freeze probably. I just discarded Breach to hand size. They're probably supposed to kill the Soul Ring, right? Maybe I'm supposed to tap the red land. I don't know. No, they can just kill the Ruby, right? Interesting play. Okay. I mean, this is pretty good for us. Mox goes up, Mox go down. Best deck in the format? So now I can breach back my Ruby, right? If I breach back my Ruby and a Pyroblast just to get rid of the Teferi and leave them with one card +1, and then I can buy back my breach with Lurrus later anyways. It's like a lot of it's like kind of a lot of investment, but probably worth it, right? I kind of think so. I mean, I lost most of my graveyard to do this, but I guess I exile the other Lurrus or the other Breach. Just leave myself with a PO and an Ancestral. Seems fine. I mean, this just gets rid of a card that they can possibly draw and turns on my mental misstep. And then next turn, I mean, I'm winning the game, so. So let's see. I play my Lurrus using black, colorless. I play my Breach. I play my Pyro. It actually doesn't give me anything. Oh, I can't play my Pyro anyways. We probably have to get like a dress down then. Or there's an Abrade in my deck too. I think there's something to get. I have 6 mana, so I could technically go dress down, PO everything, not be able to replay dress down. If I get Pyro, it saves me on a mana. I still have to play PO. It's probably just better, though. Just do Pyro. I mean, they're going to pick it up with Caracas, but I don't need more time, right? Like, I just PO, so. It's like it's not actually a big deal if they, like, get this Caracas back. And I have Flusterstorm back up. Oh, yeah. This game is now over. 100% over. Actually, only because I have 2 opals here to make two black mana. It's kind of funny. Just gonna PO. I guess I could probably like vamp or something too. Whatever. I don't care. I just want to draw cards. Technically, this didn't actually draw me a win. Should I just like cycle a Lorien to use so I can keep another PO in my deck? Ah, I used the blue mana. Oh, wait. I don't need to keep another PO because I freaking have it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I have my whole fucking deck in my hand. No Grape Shot. You have Volkey. All right, cool. Doesn't really... Man. Oh? This certainly feels like PO to me. Maybe it's good. All right, here we go. Round 3, we got Zhan. I assume we're getting Bazad. Can't... Mark was pretty confident he had a good Bazaar matchup, but I'm not seeing it. Definitely think this is a keep. Looks like I just had upkeep PO. Yeah, let me just destroy my stream for a couple beers, you know? Please do not freaking misstep me. That'd be so bad. I mean, this seems like a keep, right? Like, it's not like you're not happy about keeping this, but I feel like it's fine. It does the thing. Is my opponent thinking about vigoring me? If my opponent vigors me, I actually don't think it's PO in response. I guess PO in response does still lose the Mind Break Trap. The same. Flusterstorm does still lose the Mind Break Trap, actually. All right, so in their upkeep, I'm going to go for PO stuff here. I think we'll just go get a basic island. Okay. Oh, you don't like Mox Pearl? Mox Pearl casts Lurrus. It's pretty damn good right now. All right, it is Bizarre Gaming. We do have a Flusterstorm, though, so we can probably just go for another big PO on the next turn. We've been doing a whole lot of Mox goes up, Mox goes down gaming in this stream so far. This deck is like a little better at turning on Opal because it has baubles. Something to think about. I guess like when you get to play Lorien Reveal, you get to up your blue count that way. Kind of interesting. So far, so good though. Like, there have been some decisions that I think I made maybe poor choices on, but besides that, like the deck has been playing out pretty well. They got Christmas Lizards and a hollow one, 5 cards in hand. And a you can't be serious, man. Be serious. Of course, the minute I register PO, I have to play against Hollowvine, right? Like, if I had to play an Eternal Weekend this upcoming weekend, would I play the same 75 as last weekend? Absolutely not. There are too many people registering that blue-white Lurrus deck. This sucks, man. This is so... I'm really not set up to beat this Chalice. How do I even play through this? I just don't, right? I have no Abrade in the main. I think there's supposed to be an Abrade in the main. I really believe there should be an Abrade in the main. That's probably something I would change. Wait, I thought I put an Abrade in the main. I didn't? I don't have a Hercules in the main either. Not being able to play my on-color Jet Pearl for like a Lurrus here is, or just for just 2 more POs, you know? I don't know. I think I have to use my blue mana efficiently, even if it's not a good brainstorm. So there's like a world where I could buy Lurrus, play Lurrus here if they don't have Force of Will or Fury. There's a world where I simply don't have playable cards. All right, let's go to game 2. Let's go to game 2 here. All right, well, I got max punish for making that play. I thought the hand was actually pretty good against Hollowvine, but Chalice was a big problem there. Well, negation is definitely bad, and needles are definitely good. I did cut a needle for a Soul Guide Lantern. See if that comes back to bite me as well. I'm not really sure a Braid is particularly good. I know they have a Chalice and hollow ones, but I don't know if it's like great. We'll have to find something that we don't want to play. I mean, these dress downs are super bad, right? But we just need to make sure we have enough blue cards for Force. We have enough blue cards for Force, so I guess they stay. Does that mean we like bring another Abrade in for a top or something? I don't like that idea. All right, let's run like this then. Nice. Looks like a pretty nice mapping though. It's weird because this deck looks like it doesn't have enough cards for this matchup. Like, there's no Tabernacle. There were just 3 needles. And maybe I made the matchup too bad by cutting a needle. That might be possible, but kind of thought like the first Soul Guide Lantern had more play. Well, I've got the needle, so we keep, but... I mean, we're supposed to play it on turn 1, right? Like, we could play it on turn 2 with Flusterstorm backup, but like then it's probably just too late because we have no Tabernacle in our deck. So we just go Volcanic Needle and try not to get like... Maybe you're supposed to go Saga Needle because if you get Vigored, like you're dead anyways, right? Oh, I did not get Vigored. That is very good for the home team, for anyone keeping track. Simply draw needle and have nothing to counter it. Crazy. Chalice, go. Well, now I can't play my Opal. I didn't want my Opal to get Vigored either. All right. Well, I got Saga Gaming, though, and I have active Flusterstorm, so we're just like, we're cooking? We're simply cooking? Okay. Hello? Big? I even have the land drop in the form of a blue spell? Ah, boo, boo, boo. I have never had a Saga finish in my entire life. Such a shame. Oh, we left in Mental Misstep. That might be an oversight. I'm not doing anything, but maybe we do just want 3 needles, huh? Maybe needle is the key. Simply be on the play and have a needle. Have it resolve. Have it not get vigored. The keys to winning. Don't think there's any value in brain freezing. Even myself. I mean... yeah, it probably will be if we play a game 3. Ooh, wait a second. Wait a hot second. Yeah, I bet you didn't think I had that in my deck, did you? No, I think we're winning. This is just next level gaming. You could call this the mental misstep incident if we call the other one the null rod incident. No, not like this. It would be a lot better as an abrade right now. This is a true statement. Repeal. I mostly kept Mark's list. I didn't make too many changes. I fixed some like things that I thought were kind of glaring, but all right. So I'm gonna probably brain freeze them because I don't really want to get strip mined here. And I can't get vigored on their turn anyways, so. Got 2 wastelands on that one. No, come on! You can't be real! Be serious! It's fine. What are they gonna do? Let me draw Saga land? Come on. It's fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. It's fine. It's totally why. I mean, if they don't have any squeeze in their hand, it doesn't really help them to go to discard. But if what they can do is like get 2 squeeze going into discard, and then they can discard Vengevine and then return. I guess I had to Flusterstorm it. All right, whatever, man. I don't know. Like Flusterstorming it is like so bad for me. I don't know, man. Wait, they didn't? They simply didn't wasteland me? I have almost a complete set of jewelry in my hand that can't be cast, so. Okay, Basic Island is a little nice. That one's not that bad. Old Border Mox Opal win. They're printing an old frame Mox Opal, but it's not coming to Magic Online. Do we have Hercules? No, but there's a Braids in our deck. right. Chalice check. All right, they're going to discard a hand size this turn. Let's see what they discard. Is it a squee? It's a serum powder. Okay. All right. I can cast that one. Big. Oh, I'm so bored. Just concede, opponent. Just concede. You can't play the game. There was a risk there where they could like wasteland my island and play Vigor, but I just don't think they have Vigor, so I just made the play to get the Soul Ring in. Yeah, they can pitch any wallet at hand size. They pitched Hollow one. What, their hand must be mono counter magic. Counter mount. What was I trying to say? I'm pretty sure that this Lorien Revealed is better as a land. We almost have no more lands, so I think I am gonna PO for one. No. Oh, wait. Why am I not buying my Lurrus? Justin! Buy your Lurrus. You can almost cast it. I'm just too bored. Chat, entertain me. Quick. Bring back my psyche. Wait, no, I still expose myself to Vigor Strip Mine that way, so I cannot buy Lurrus at any time. I wish. It'd be a lot stronger if I could. Okay. They're stopping me from Lurrusing. I'm still gonna buy a Lurrus, right? I mean, I can't play a Black Lotus, and I don't actually have, no way, I can't ever cast this Lurrus. Why am I buying this Lurrus? I can never cast it. I lost both my Underground Seas. It's fine, I'll draw the Abrade. Probably. You think my Saga won't get wastelanded? Uh-oh, Master of Death in the yard. This is my last land. I mean, if we draw a Braid, my opponent probably has like 4 counter spells. So I don't actually even think we win if we draw a Braid, to be honest. So, like, if my opponent hasn't been pitching. No. Wait, they can just freaking have 2 forces. I didn't even know that. That's crazy. Wait, now they're not pitching to hand size. Whatever. Wasteland. They have to hold this one for Saga. They can't wasteland there. They need to hold this one. I don't know. I think killing my Underground Seas is pretty good. They're going to hold it. I hate this game. Well, I play my Saga. Okay. Sure. Fine. I think I'm going to PO. No, I should hold PO for another Vigor. But they definitely have like force though, right? Like it still feels like, I mean, it's not great. All right, I'm gonna get that Ancestral Recall card. That's a good one. I'm gonna get Mental Misstepped. I'm gonna get fucking Mental Misstep. I'm gonna get Mental Misstep so bad. Wait, what? It just resolves? I don't understand. I don't understand. What's happening? What's going on? Saga Gaming. Sensei's top. I'm not fighting over this, so counter all you want. You got it. Negation, pitching, negation. Discard my fetch land with no targets. My opponent's at 12. This is game though, right? They used all their wastelands. And now they're gonna get Saga Gaming. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is a winner. We got a winner. Ding ding ding. On turn 30, we will win this game. Oh. Noxious on Vigor. I think that's just like fine, right? They can mind break trap, so I have to be very. I have to make sure I know what I want to hit, but like this is gonna be their only thing anyways, so I'm just gonna Flusterstorm their Vigor. Lotus Lurrus? Banger. Right. They can't mind break trap if this is the first one I play. Agreed. They can double force. Their hand could be force blue card, mind break trap. Oh! What was I doing? Mental misstep. That was a nice 17 turn game. This hand sucks. This hand's bad. This hand is bad. All again. This hand's also bad. Trying to like think of a sequence that like makes this worthwhile. Like if you bottom in a braid and you draw breach land. I'm just gonna mulligan. I mean, we just like keep this and try, right? Like this hand's not good either. This stinks. This is why I want to play Tinker. Why do I have Lurrus in my... I guess I can play Lurrus on... I can't play Lurrus because it's a volcanic island. Oh, man, these are just not good. What am I even putting back? Bobble Vamp? Bobble Time Walk? Like, what am I going to? I'm going to 4? think we're just dead. None of these hands have been remotely playable. Why does the bizarre deck keep 7 all 3 games, and I'm over here mulliganing? That's illegal. If I put back Time Walk and Bobble and just vamp for PO, is like, can we win? Maybe. I don't feel like I have outs on a 4-card hand, really. It seems like it's fine. It's like a good enough play, right? Or I could just like draw a PO, maybe. I don't know. I think my chances of winning this game are in the low 10%. I mean, they could still have Chalice. They haven't resolved this Bizarre yet. I mean, it was a slow game, but the other game was 1 turn, and this game is 1 turn, so... Come on! You can't be serious! Be serious! This is so stupid, man! It's crazy. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. There's one of those. Stupid deck. Whatever. I don't want to play the game anyways. It's fine. I didn't really want to play a game 3. I had enough fun in the first. Well, I had enough fun in game 2 to last me the whole night. So simply just consider not playing. This deck is not reasonable. It should be forced to mulligan. It should be forced to mulligan. And they hit double root wall of Vengevine? I mean, I wasn't beating this hand with even without a Chalice. Let me check it. No, they got that one. But I just want to be sure. They got that one. All right. Well, let's try one more. Damn. Damn, they remembered their Chalice. Unlucky. All right, here we go. 4th and final round of our vintage preliminary event. We definitely want to try to get this win here and grab some qualifier points. Let's battle. Have a cat. Oh, they have a cat. Everyone's got a cat. Cat gaming. Keep. Sounds kind of sweet, though. I don't know what do you think the correct sequencing is here? I have an Urza Saga, and I can just make constructs. Constructs are good for cat gaming, but we have this Demonic Tutor. What are we even getting with our Demonic Tutor, though? Like, if we get Wastelanded, is that good? Is that bad? It's kind of bad. We don't know if our opponent is on which brand of cat they're on. I think for a while they were playing the Turbo Volt Key Shere Khan brand of cat. But I don't know for sure. I guess in the end we could simply just hold open Flusterstorm Vamp. I don't really like holding up Flusterstorm against like another Lurrus deck. It feels like not strong. I think what I'll do is I'll just Vamp. I'll just Demonic for Ancestral. I feel like that's just a reasonable way to go about this. You know what I also would kind of want in this deck? I kind of want this deck to have a Strip Mine. I feel like it'd be nice to be able to have like a Strip Mine that you could find, you know? We could also get like a second Saga here. It's kind of an interesting idea. Just get an Ancestral, though. Oh, yeah. It's more oh. That's a lot more Moxen than I have. Are they just gonna jam a PO down my throat here? Oh. Don't even have to tutor for it. Well, their hand is a lot better than... Oh, no! This sucks. This mirror stinks. Is my deck... what am I... This is just so stupid. There's just 0 chance I win this game. We got Bowmasters? That's really bad for my sanity here. Well, things are bad. So it's probably just the blue-black Lurrus control deck. Probably a really bad matchup. We do have 4 dress down in our deck, but feels a little hard to do that. Thanks, mental misstep. PO doesn't pick up tokens. Yeah, I think the only way I win this game is bulk key if they just like don't have a wasteland, maybe. If PO could pick up tokens, it would be very strong. What is this nonsense? Bro's got all kinds of jewelry. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Turn 2. Well, maybe I was too early to the PO party. Pass? All right, in what world are we passing and playing a Lotus instead of playing a Bauble? The world where they have hard cast will and negation? If I Ancestral here, and I get Dome for 3, I'm not dead, right? Maybe they have another one, but then they would have done it in combat. No. 3, 4, 8. I have to make a construct now, but... don't feel like the cards that I just drew were good. I make a construct, I go to 4, I vamp for key, or vamp for time vault. I mean, it's possible, right? There's no... really? Because we drew no lands? All right. Kind of took like a risky line, but I felt like I had a chance to push things through. If I pay for this, I can't make a creature, and I take 8 and die. My plan was to play this, make a construct, block here, take 4, vamp for a time vault, get a key off of this, and go for infinite turns. It was pretty close, actually. I don't need negation. I feel like this is... I actually don't know what this matchup is. Like, this matchup is probably all about dress down, really. Like, in a world where my opponent doesn't have 8 mana on turn 2, it's probably a lot about dress down, I would think. I'm not 100% sure that these are even that good. Like, it just hits forces and stuff. But it's probably fine in general here. I mean, they're blue-black. They can't actually hit my Moxen. I'd like to have access to an Abrade, but I don't think an Abrade is, like, necessary by any means. But I don't know what I would really cut here. Like, maybe you... I mean, I don't know. Flusterstorm feels like it's going to get things pushed through, which does seem kind of good. Like, maybe you could trim Vamp, but... I kind of hate trimming Vamp even in control matchups. Doesn't really feel right, usually. They don't really have, like, that many Flusterstorm things. I guess, like, I could trim a PO in this matchup, but... maybe that makes more sense. Amaranth was watching. Okay, I got a cat. Not really sure how I mean, I feel like if they're like more constrained on mana, we've got time to like establish our board. They're not really interacting with our Moxen. We have Dress Down to interact with Bowmaster on like a problematic turn. Bowmaster doesn't really even stop you from PO comboing. It just like makes things annoying, but I don't think it's like a huge deal. So, I'm not sure though. I would think that this is like not too big of a deal, but we do play some serious draw engines, but we have four dress down is so many dress down, right? All right, well, we gotta wait for Gidra to come back from watching his other stream. All right, let's see. Please choose your. He's so funny though. All right, what do we got? I've got dress down, Lorien reveal. This seems fine. I guess this hand's like a little weak to Wasteland, but we can get a basic island. So let's see what our top card is first. Top card is an Abrade. That sounds really bad. I don't think I want an Abrade. Abrade's more of like a tech piece here that can just give us something else. I'd rather just go get the island, get a new fresh card here. I guess if they have a bunch of Moxen and an Ancestral again, though, things get bad. Strip mine, okay. Well, that means my island is safe. They do have a Pearl, and they do have a Soul Ring. Are we kidding? Can we... Come on! Give me a break. Crazy. On-color Lurrus Moxen. Double Lorien revealed. What a beast. Let's go Island top, and then Saga next turn. Try to get gaming going here. Though I guess these dress downs look a little silly if I'm trying to get gaming going. Blue, put Lurrus in hand, I assume. Or they have a black mana. They're trying to do a black spell. Bowmasters, sure. Okay. And a Soul Guide Lantern. Okay. Guess that stops me from doing breach things. Wonder if I should have boarded in my Soul Guide Lantern. I think this is just a merchant for Ancestral. Have the dress down, so I do have to draw land though, so maybe I'm supposed to just be spinning and trying to hit constructs. That could be true. Birdman. We got Birdman and a spell, or I put Lurrus in hand and what? This is, come on, like I pitch Bowmaster. Yeah, Keytrush is too strong. Like, my hands have been like super anemic, and this is the best possible out of their hand. Come on. There's a difference in power level between the two hands here. And we're playing all the same cards. Kind of. It's crazy. They're not even playing Lurrus, so they're holding up Hardcast Negation? You think if I dress down, they'll counter the dress down? All right, I have to play dress down first anyways, whatever. It was Spell Pierce. All right, that's fine. So my opponent plays Lurrus, and then they play Bowmaster. I take 2, 3, maybe 4, 5, 6, go to 7. Well, they're not going to loot away this Lurrus anyway, so I can just, well, I guess they could cycle this Lantern, but that would be good for me. I just wait, and then I just go for it next turn. And by go for it, I mean, like, cast my spells and hope I win, I guess. I don't really know how I do that through a Lantern, to be honest, but... Oh, they're going to cycle the Lantern? Big. Well, I guess they can replay the Lantern with the Lurrus. Oh, you can't be... I felt like I had a chance. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's so crazy. No. Whatever. I don't even want to win. Winning's for losers. All right, so I'm gonna get a Mana Vault. Play around the second Spell Pierce. Cast. I kind of need the Black Lotus to play Flusterstorm. But it means I'm going to trigger the Shredder. I guess it's fine. Negation 2. Negation 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why can't I just draw Force? Is that too much to ask? So... if I... spin... I don't need to activate. Whatever. It's fine. This doesn't even work. I need to draw Force. All right, I can... I can use a Lorien revealed. Get a red land. Spin again. I needed this to not be negated, right? Now I need to find Time Walk. But I can't cycle again. I can draw, play a Soul Ring, play a Manifold Key, untap, play a Dress. That doesn't do anything. I can play an Underworld Breach. No, I need this to not be negated. Is what I needed to be not negated. All right. Well, my opponent drew 7 cards on that turn, so it was gonna be real hard for me to win. I feel like this was just getting vintage, right? Like my hands wasn't like that bad, but it wasn't good enough, clearly. I don't know, like it's really tough because you don't really expect a hand like that out of the blue black deck. They don't have that many cards that produce an outcome like that. But that certainly was it. My opponent also in game 1, I guess I could have Flusterstormed them if I held up Flusterstorm. I don't know if that was like really. It doesn't really feel like a line that makes a lot of sense in the context of the matchup, right? So I don't know. I think like we took plays that made sense in the context of the matchup, and we hit like the 1% top 10% draws of the opponent's deck, and they had really, really unfair things happening, and we just didn't have the power to match. So kind of unfortunate because I do think if my opponent like doesn't top deck Ancestral there, we do have some like compelling lines that involve Dress Down Ancestral. Like there's definitely. I don't know. There's definitely ways we can win a game there if we hit like slightly better variants. But in general, how did I feel about this deck? It does seem like there's something here, but I'm not sure this is like the exact configuration that makes sense. I think 3 Flusterstorms is like a lot. I would rather have an Abrade in the main or like a Hercules in the main. Obviously, there's not enough shops right now to justify a Hercules in the main, and you have all these dress downs anyways. So like, I don't know. Maybe that's not viable. Um, it does feel like you're lacking some oomph, but maybe we just need to like mulligan more tight or like draw a little better. I don't know. Like our first couple rounds, we kind of cruised, right? We had a couple mocks in, we had PO, we really did the thing. But then we played against Squee, who is like typically quite good against this kind of deck, where Dressed Out is completely dead, and we don't even have that great a sideboard. I do think that it's possible this Lantern swap for Needle was wrong. I like made a couple swaps in the sideboard where like I changed a Bifrost to a Hercules Recall, which I think is correct, especially with a Merchant Scroll deck. I changed like one needle to a Lantern, but maybe I'm just like misevaluating like the point of the needles. Like you really just need your needle to be able to play against Bazaar. And then I changed like one removal spell to a Dismember just because I think it's important to have like an actual catch-all answer over Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt does have like some value with Underworld Breach, but I don't know. I think in general like Lightning Bolt doesn't make a lot of sense when you just like want to be able to remove Mono White Initiative's creatures. So like if we just cut the 3rd Fluster and instead we play like 3 Needles and a Tabernacle, does that like put us in a better spot? Maybe like a Tabernacle is not even actually worth it because like the game plan is so fast, but I'm not really sure. Do I think 4 Lorien is too much? No, it's a blue spell that pitches to force and it's a land. Like we never had enough lands in any of our games, really. I think Lorien is just a broken magic card, basically. Super, super strong in vintage. If anything, I think maybe we have like too many POs or too many dress downs. Like, I don't know. It does feel like our deck is a bit airy, but I don't really know how you fix that, really. That was always kind of a thing with the PO deck, is you had, like, if you draw too many POs and not enough Moxen, like, you're just not going to win games, right? So, I don't know. The jury's still out on if this deck is playable or not. Sometimes you have to be a very powerful wizard like Mark to make something like this work, and that has been historically a true statement. So we'll see what happens. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in more vintage content, I have gameplay videos going up every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my YouTube channel. I will see you then.